Hey guys and gals, welcome to Chris's House of Plastic. I'm Chris. Gonna have a midweek bench update. Tell you a little bit about what's going on, show you the progress on some stuff, and gonna announce my entry into another group build. So hang tight. I'll get you turned around and get stuff set up. So let's hear a couple words from friends of the channel. Hold on. Be sure to check out everything that Matthew has to offer over at mcvproducts.net. Everything from 3D printed engines, wheels and tires, underhood parts, interior parts, exterior parts, you name it, he's got it. He also has full 3D printed kits, dirt late models, pull-in tractors, mud trucks, just a whole variety of products. So get over to mcvproducts.net. You'll be glad you did. Also, be sure to check out scalefinishes.com. Jamestown has some awesome paint selection for you to choose from. Primers, candies, house of colors, true automotive period correct colors. All, as they say, spray from the bottle to the model. And he also carries a lot of your supply needs. So fill your cart up, and when you go to checkout, enter my code as you see it there, House of Plastic 10. All caps, all one word, and you'll save yourself 10% on your purchase. That's scalefinishes.com. Check them out. Alright, first group build we're going to talk about is the box stock group build / Assemblers Unite, hosted by Link over at Link Scale Models and Shaggy over at Shaggy's Awesome Garage. And it's also my entry into the Burgers and Beer group build, hosted by Tim Nolan over at Rat Daddy Studios and Mike over at The Intake. So, you know, had started the Dale Jarrett Thunderbird here because it's red, white, and blue, and it's box stock, but I kind of had a little snafu with it, so I'll move this out of the way and get you going. Alright, let me move you a little bit closer here. So I had the body primered, masked off, taped off, painted, all done up, ready to go. And when I took the masking off, I seen that I had made a major mistake. So I've got the body in the stripper, so I pulled another body out of another kit. Actually the same kit, because I have two of these Dale Jarrett kits. So technically I'm still using the same kit. So I just pulled another body out. I'm going to redo that one. But you can see I've got everything else painted and in color. I just got to do some detail painting. I do have the motor almost finished. Came with plug wires, so I tried doing all that. Used a Tamiya bare metal silver paint. That's more of an aircraft paint, but I sprayed that on there, and then I put the Mr. Hobby matte clear coat on it, and then I did some black washing on it. A little bit of detail painting on that, as you can see. Yeah, everything else has been color painted and everything. I just got to do some detail painting on stuff, and then start assembling it. But that's gonna be it for the box stock group build / Assemblers Unite and the hashtag Burgers and Beer group build. So hold on and I'll get the next one up for you. Hold on. Okay, next up is the F1 group build hosted by Kyle over at RKD Scaleworks and Tim over at Box Stock Garage. They're doing the F1 group build, and I chose to do this McLaren Honda MP4/4, and I wanted to do it in Ayrton Senna's colors as kind of like a tribute to him. So let me pull this aside and I'll show you what we got on this. So the chassis is almost done. I've got some of these smaller parts that some of them go on the body still, and then but the majority of this is done. So there's not much detail on the bottom. Kind of painted those in. You can see the engine there. Did some detail work there. The cockpit. The body was a pain in the patootie because I had painted it once and I had some issues with the fluorescent paint here bubbling up. So I wound up stripping it down, and stupid me, it's got little panel lines here to kind of help show you where the markings go. And I decided that I was going to deepen those panel lines because you could barely see them. And not a good idea to put a scriber into shaky hands. Needless to say, it didn't work out too good, but it is what it is. So that's the body on that. The only thing I got to do really is the decal work, because I've got these parts set aside because they get decals on them also. And then once I get all that taken care of, then I can put the body onto the chassis. So that's the update on my F1 group build. So hold on and I'll show you the next thing. Alright, the next build that I got going on, this was just like a little side project, not for anything, just to do as I needed some filler work. This is the Chase Elliott car, but it's not going to be Chase Elliott because I gave the decals to somebody. So I actually had a couple sets of the Jimmy Johnson Carvana decals. So that's the one that I'm making. And I don't have a whole lot done on this. As you can see, I've got a bag full of parts that the chassis is going to be gray. So that's just gray Mr. Hobby primer. And I'm just going to leave it like that. But you can see I've got some other stuff here painted up, detailed up. Got the drive shaft painted. Got the oil pan painted. Heads painted. Just a little mishmash of stuff. Not a whole lot done on it yet. I've got the main chassis panel is painted, and this is a jig that my buddy Sam over at Sam's Model Mayhem got for me. So it comes in handy because it helps you keep everything lined up, and when you're putting the roll cage and all that together. So that's as far as I've gotten on that. Not a whole lot really. Like I say, you can see kind of down in here I got the fuel cell painted. Just not a lot done on it though. Like I say, it's just filler work though. So hold on and I'll get the last thing for you, my group build entry. Hold on. So you guys might have seen my last video. I showed you that I had this, and I also showed you that Matthew had sent me some Super Swampers. Now this is a 1/35th scale kit, and he scaled these down for me and sent them to me, which was very, very kind of him, Matthew. Again, thank you so much for doing that for me. And not only one, but 2 sets, if you can see it there. 2 sets. So, really looking forward to using these. Just look at these tires again. Look at the detail. It's so cool. But anyway, so this is going to be my official entry into Pat from Card Scale Dreams, his off-road group build. I'm gonna do this up, put the Super Swampers on it. I'm hoping that my fiddly eyesight and fiddly hands can handle this 1/35th stuff, because this is military scale and it's made by ICM, which does a lot of military models. G7107, it's a Chevrolet cargo truck. So, but that's going to be my entry into the off-road group build. I don't remember if I've showed the truck before. I don't remember if I showed the parts. These things come well packaged too. But you can see everything is still in bags. And you can see here, just by looking, there's a lot of small parts. And like I say, it is 1/35th scale. Here's the destructions. So, ICM, I mean, they're really good instructions. Really detailed kit. I mean, it looks fantastic. And maybe I'll show some of the parts in another video. But anyway, the off-road group build runs till December 31st, I believe. So I'm gonna jump in this, get started on this real quick. Probably put some of the others off to the side because they go over into next year, except the F1 group build runs through December 7th. But all I got to do really is decals on that, so I still got plenty of time. But anyway, that's gonna do it for my group build, and that's gonna wrap up the video. So let me get you turned around and we'll get you out of here. Hold on. Alright guys and gals, that's going to wrap it up for tonight. I found Pat's card. So if you're not already subscribed to Pat, go over there and check him out. Excellent modeler, killer videos, killer builds. He's one of our northern friends. He does really awesome work. Just a great guy. And I joined his group build last year, and I did the Land Rover. This year I'm going to be doing the Chevy truck. So, but Pat at Card Scale Dreams. If you want one of my shop cards, it's in the beginning of the video, but here it is again. There's my email. That's the Land Rover that I built for his off-road group build last year. But anyway, links will be in the description to everybody's channel. Go check them all out. They're all a bunch of great guys. Terrific builders. So just want to thank everybody for stopping by. checking out the video. Yeah, if you're wondering, I got attacked by a lawnmower in the Lawnmower 1. So, just decided to shave everything off and start over again. Kind of want my full beard back since winter's around the corner. What little bit of winter we get. So, I'm going to be growing all this back out, but just decided to start fresh. But anyway, go check all those guys out. Like I say, their links will be in the channel or in the description. Yeah, so thanks everybody for stopping by. Thank you to all my subscribers. If you're not already subscribed, go ahead and click that subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment, good or bad. I always love reading the comments. I try to respond to everyone. Again, thank you all so much. And with that, I guess the only thing left to do is y'all take care of one another, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.